Okay, we're 10 seconds in. I'm going to say that we are live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show, everybody. I hope that you're having a fantastic day wherever, whenever you are in the world, whether it's morning, noon, or night. Whether you're watching this right now or in the future, I hope that you get something out of these shows, and I want you to know I get something out of every single one of them, and that is why I do them. Sometimes I forget that, but it's true. I really do get a lot out of these shows. Let me turn the AC in my general direction. I am a little hot, I must say. There we go, that's better. Bronco was on another show. So hello, Bronco, if he makes it here. Debbie, Stukes, and Jonah. Hey, guys. Hippie chick, hello. Hello. Look at the garden. It's doing great. There it is. And here I am. Okay, great. It is 7:10. I wanted to be here by 7:10 so I could smoke with you guys on 7:10. So let's get on that. And Christopher Redmond, hello. Kirsten Boone Cochran, hello. Orange bud now. Chris, hello. To make a hit? Oh, that's terrible. Hey, Stukes. Did I really super chat Pakman? Ask Steven Running. He was there. I told you guys, follow David Pat. I tell you guys who to follow. If you would follow all these people, right? And you would sign up for notifications to be notified when they go live, you'd see me in their chats, man. You know, we'd be able to talk to each other in the chats. Like Steve Running saw me just now, where I was over at Pakman. Yeah, I super chatted him twice, man. I put a video up just for him on my channel, on that channel, because it didn't go up on that channel, right? I put it up on my main channel. Well, I can't super chat from my main channel. It's blocked. I can't super chat from my main channel on YouTube. I don't know why. But if I go to one of my other channels, I can super chat. So I uploaded the video to that channel, right? It's only got 700 subscribers. And I super chatted him from there. And you know how many views I got after I did that? He had like 16,000 viewers. And you know when I super chatted him, you know how many views I got? Well, I started with 2 views. And when I was done, I had 3 views. No law regarding cannabis. Cannabis sensitive tips for all. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Ice. You're welcome, Debbie. So this morning I took Rogan for a walk. I forgot to tell you guys this. I took him for a hike, and we got down to the bottom of my property. Not the bottom, but one of the top side, right, of the property, the bottom end of the top side, I should say. And there was a little beagle, my neighbor's beagle. Her name is Penny. She was there, you know, and she was sniffing around, and we kind of came up on her and surprised her. She turned around and looked at us, and Rogan was like, you know, she's a little shorter than Rogan, and she immediately just started barking at him, and their tails started wagging, and she wouldn't get within like 100 feet of us. She kept coming up and then walking away, coming up and walking away. The whole time she's barking, and she kept getting closer and closer and closer. And then finally, little boy that lives down there at that house, he came up to get his dog. And as soon as he came up to get his dog came running over to me and Rogan and was hanging out. And then Rogan and her started sniffing on each other, and he grabbed his dog, but they were just so happy. So now I took him for a hike this afternoon, and he took me right to the spot, man, where we saw her, and he sat and he waited for her. It was the cutest thing. He just sat there and waited. He waited for like 3 minutes. He just was looking and waiting. Man, it was so freaking cute. So Rogan's got a girlfriend. He's all excited. He's all excited about his new girlfriend, Penny. Your little girlfriend, Penny. Yeah, she's a pretty girl. He's so excited. Nick, your video was spot fucking on. Thank you, Nick. Ice, cheers, Stooks, something. Nick, no law regarding cannabis. Levi, cheers. Debbie, cheers. Brett White, hello. Bronco, good afternoon. Hey, you made it over to the show. Good, Bronco. I saw you were watching one of the pre-recordeds. Oh, I just realized I haven't put my hair down. That's not good. Gonna have baby Rogans. Yeah, Rogan didn't have balls. Rogan ain't making any puppies, luckily. That's the last thing this world needs is more Rogan puppies. Actually, it's amazing how much joy that dog brings to me, and more people do need that in their lives. He is, he just came out from the bed earlier. He was taking a nap, and he was on the bed, and I was out here. And when he came out, I laid on the floor. He came over, and he fucking laid on top of me and hugged me, and he kissed my face. He stayed on top of me for like 5 minutes. It was the cutest thing. He just fucking loves hugs, man. He just loves that contact. He's such a touchy-feely boy. In fact, I got to give him his last pill today. That reminds me. Yep. San Fernando Valley Kush. Yeah, well, but you know what, Brett? It is quarter of the hour, and we smoke for quarter of the hour here, too, so... no law regarding cannabis. Cannabis is for all. Cheers. Happy quarter of the hour, everybody. Doing the... All right, so it is almost 4:20. Coming up here in just 3 minutes. I'll make sure I have my bong loaded and ready to go. Speaking of bong loaded, make sure you check him out on YouTube. Bong Loaded. He's another podcaster like me, but he's way cooler than I am, and you guys should all be watching him. All right, so there's that. And we are ready. Good. So if you haven't seen my video of David Pakman, it's just a video. Yeah, I got your orders right here, Don. It's right here on the. Don, your order's right there. You drive over right now and pick it up if you want. It's right there. So, oh, thank God you're staring at the walls. The video is a video of David Pakman, a video that David Pakman uploaded of him talking about that he believes that Trump derangement syndrome is not a real thing. In fact, not only does he believe that, but he states it as if it's fact. Trump derangement syndrome doesn't exist. That's what he says. Hey, Mr. Johnson. You're cool though, Nate, says Brett. Billy, hey Billy. Find Billy. Hey bro, Opal as well. I don't think it gets much cooler, man. You have always rocked. Thanks, Stooks. It's almost 4:20. You guys ready? 1 minute. So I superimposed over the top of his video claiming that there's no such thing as Trump derangement syndrome a scroll that never stops the whole video after I start it. And it's actually longer than the video, but I only took a section of it, right? A scroll of videos that David Pakman has put up regarding Donald Trump, and it never stops. It's this obsession that he has with the man. And I hope that you guys will grab that video, please, and share it everywhere right now. Share it on Facebook. Take the YouTube link and share it all over social media. I'll give you guys the link right now. This is the super chat that I just sent to David. It is 420. No law regarding cannabis. Cannabis is tisms for all. Happy 420, everybody, and cheers. These smoke rings are for you. God, that tastes good. That orange bud still tastes orangey. Fuck. Holy shit. Where was I? I superimposed a scroll of all of the videos that David Pakman put up on his channel. And he basically owns himself in the video. It's just a video of him talking about saying, hey, there's no such thing as Trump derangement syndrome. And then I just show the fact that he is suffering from Trump derangement syndrome, that his whole life is based on his skewed perception of Donald Trump. And he does have a skewed perception of Donald Trump. It's like Jimmy Dore says, attack him on reality. Okay, attack him on what you can. Don't make shit up and try to dump it in your audience laps and hope that your audience is going to stick with you through all of that. Matthew T. Hill. Yes, the Realm of Pie. Bozo Southwest. Long time. Big BDs. Yes, it ripped my head off. Slowski. Orange Bud can do that shit. Ginger ale soaked meat? Really? How's that? Tell us about it. Snozberries taste like snozberries. The Orange Bud still tastes like Orange Bud. Motherfucker. I mean, motherfucker! God bless America, that was a hell of a goddamn bong rip. I'm not even doing dabs. I'm just ripping the bong, ripping the bong with my friends. And you know what? I hope that everyone here is cool with the use of cannabis on a live stream. Smoking cannabis is fun. And if you don't do it, don't let my use of it offend you in any way. It's just me having a good time. And me having a good time should amuse you. Can you guys believe 10 people just left as I said that? Hey, Dalto, what's up, son? Why are so many people anti-cannabis, man? Why don't one of the 10 of you that just left, or somebody that's about to leave this broadcast, why don't you tell me why you're anti-cannabis? You know, I mentioned that and 10 people leave. Dude, did 10 more people just leave? 20 people just left. Am I imagining this, guys? 20 people left when I mentioned cannabis. Yeah, I smoke cannabis on here. I smoke cannabis. I use cannabis. I blow smoke rings. We get high. We talk about cannabis. It's a cannabis channel. This is cannabis growing behind me. I'm a cannabis grower. You know, I really, if you find it offensive, I really don't want you here. I mean, obviously, if you don't want to be here, I don't want to force you here. I don't understand why there were literally 20 people here that didn't want to be here. Why did they come in here if they didn't want to be here? Can someone explain that to me? Thanks, Erica Marinucci. Thank you so much. Damn, what the hell? I just seen the number drop twice. People are dumb as fuck, laughing my ass off. Cannabis literally saved a lot of our lives. Hey, man, 10 people just came back. I don't know what's going on with the numbers. 10 people leave, 10 people leave, 10 people come back. Is it channels that are getting shut down and coming back? Let me know. Did I lose a channel somewhere? Let me know, guys. I really don't feel like looking it up right now. I know I get sidetracked on that crap, so let's just do the show. So, in 5 minutes, it's gonna be bottom of the hour. Time to smoke some more. Yay, yay, yay. Maybe they need to get... Hey, you know somebody ordered a fuck you shirt? They called it it's called a Nay All Day shirt. It says hashtag Nay All Day. Fuck you. It's got a picture of me. A bunch of pussies can't handle the good things in life. Hey, William, let me say that like it should be said. Hey, you bunch of pussies, you can't handle the good things in life. What? Oh! How was that? Bro, what is up with the 10 people coming and going, coming and going? What the fuck? You're ordering that right now? Well, make sure you get a double XL. Erica, if you get it, get the big one, because I know I got a double XL. Do you want to see it? I don't want to go get it. I don't want to get up. You know, if I get up, somebody's going to walk away. You guys will leave. If I get up to grab a shirt. Stay here with me. All right, let's get high. Let's get high together. Let's all get high together. Just grab your bongs, don't mind the weather, and see if you can find a bird's feather. But I can't. I'll get it. I trust it's amazing. It's a black shirt. It's not that great. I mean, it's just a black shirt. It's got a picture of me on it, and it says fucking Nay All Day, and hashtag, it says end police brutality now, and it says fuck you right there under my face. It goes fuck you in big letters. It's a cool fucking shirt. Hey, I could show it to you on the website. You guys could just go to naysgarden.com, and the shirt, you can see it there. The shirt's at naysgarden.com. You can see it. Let's smoke cannabis together. I'm going to rock that shirt. Yes, you are, Erica Marinucci. Psst. Yes, you are. It's more than a black shirt. It's epic. You know, there's a few people out there who have that shirt. One of them is going out today, I'm proud to say. It was a large. It was my last large. They're being discontinued. I don't think I can get any more of them. I could look into it, but you know, I could remake them. Damn, you want to smoke? Okay, well, we're smoking in. Look, we're literally smoking in a minute and a half, bro. So get your stuff ready, and then we'll all smoke. Boom, together, right at that right time. Man, it's like we're all hopping into a car, right? It's a roller coaster car, and we're all hopping into it. And now we're all putting on our harnesses. Click. And the harnesses came down. All of us together. We're all on this fucking roller coaster together. Right? And the guy goes, "Are you guys ready?" And we're like, "Yeah." All right. He's like, "Hold on, everybody." And boom, we're taking off, and it's It's going down the track. It's going up the tracks. It's going click, click, click. You know how roller coasters do that shit? Click, 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 click. And we're all like this now. Click, 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 click. We're like this. Click, 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 click. And we're looking out the sides and we're going up like this. Click, 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 click. Click, 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 click. Click is a very hard word to say over and over again. I didn't know this until now. Click, 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 click. We're getting to the top. We ready? Bottom of the hour, guys. Happy 420. Bottom of the hour, I mean. No law regarding cannabis. Cannabis isn't justice for all. And we're going over the edge, and we're cheers. Woo! Put your hands up in the air. Oh my goodness. Crystal, your mind is in the gutter. My friend. Oh, get your mind out of the gutter. Are you guys watching the numbers on this fucking show? What is going on with my channels, man? Nobody wants to tell me that they're being disconnected or anything like that. Holy shit. Super high me. I just created a new channel. Only me would this happen to. Hippie chick 9554 Hell yeah, multiple channels for multiple stuff. Multiple channels for multiple stuff. You can do it. You can come into YouTube and log out and create a new channel. You can log out of Facebook and create a new channel. You can log out of Twitter and create a new channel. I highly recommend you guys do that. Mr. Johnson, you're both men. I mean, I'm sure you could both fucking get down in the gutter with me. Mr. Johnson. Just got your pain oil out of the box. Thanks, brother. I was almost out. Scott Michael, you're welcome. How do you use your pain oil, Scott? Everybody tell me how you use your pain oil. I'd love to hear. How do you use your triage oil? I used my triage oil twice today, and it was an emergency. Look, mine is still open from when I used it today, and it's like that. That's how much I've been using it. And let me tell you what I had to use it on today. I had an electric shock feeling in my shoulder, and it hurt so bad that I got scared. You know, I knew it's a pinched nerve, but I got scared. I grabbed my fucking pain oil, I put it on, and I made the pain go away, and I did my show. An hour later, right? That same pinched nerve came back, and I started panicking, and I couldn't remember where I left the pain oil. It was right here on my desk, and I grabbed it, and I rubbed it in, and that fucking pinched nerve electric shock feeling went away. And you guys, if you don't ever have this feeling, it's very hard to describe. unless you've ever stuck your finger in an electrical outlet before or gotten an electric shock. This is what it feels like. Only an idiot would smoke 97%, 98% pure coconut oil. I mean, why are you going to smoke coconut oil? You know? There's not enough in there to get you high. You probably have to smoke fucking that whole goddamn thing, man. And there's going to be peppermint oil in there too. You don't want to smoke peppermint oil. Hey, Jake. Don't do it. My shoulder feels so relieved right now. I realize I'm so lucky that I have this stuff, you know? Just took a little bit. "50 uses, doctor recommended. Triageoil.com. It's doctor recommended. Ask Jimmy Dore. Got it and the pain oil shirt. I'm so happy. Erica Marinucci. Thank you, Erica. Right on. The other day I coated my whole body. My muscles were sources. Debbie Carroll. I smoked moth once. Do not do it. Don't smoke a moth. It's the Mothman Prophecies by Billy Valentine. That was amazed. Sorry, I can't type, Mr. Johnson. What did I miss, Mr. Johnson? On my dog's cancer and my arthritis in my hands. Cured my dog's cancer. Vet was amazed. Cysts? Your dog's cancer cysts? I've been using my oil on my chest around the area where my chest tube is. It definitely helps dull the pain. Hey, son. I'm good. Oh, I haven't checked the, what's that? No, I know who you are. Your name's in my phone. It says fucking asshole is calling warning every time you call me. That's what I put your name down as. Okay. All right. Okay, bye. How's my pinched nerve? I don't feel it anymore. It's like it was never there. I mean, I'm still scared that I'm going to move something or it's going to come back, but it's not there. I rub the oil on my shoulders and relaxes them, and on my face at night. It's a great moisturizer. What oil? You've bought it before? It rubs the oil on its skin like it's the hose again. The hose. You know, for everybody who gets blocked from this live stream, they could always go to the website and order this, and I would always ship it to them. But I'm just going to say that they're not going to get it, and I'm going to say my little thing alluding to that will be that they're getting the hose. Hashtag the hose. It rubs the lotion on its skin, or it gets hashtag the hose. Again. Get it? You like it? Huh? 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 You know, I was messing around with my neighbor. Remember I told you that I graded my neighbor's driveway for him, and him and I were talking. We were standing out there on the driveway, and I said, "Yeah, I do an impersonation of one of my impersonations. I can't remember who it was. Right off, it'll come to me. But and then I did the impersonation for him, and he started laughing, and he says, "You know, it kind of reminds me of that guy, that workout guy with the squeaky voice." And I said, I think he remembered his name. I was like, "I do that guy too," and he's like, "Richard Simmons." I was like, "Yeah, I do his voice too." And I go, "Come on, ladies, don't be sad." And he just started laughing immediately. All you have to do is try like me, and you can be beautiful like me, ladies. You can be beautiful like I am. Like I am. You could be a star or an angel, just like me. I'm laughing. The other stickers were cooler. Hi, David. Hi, cheers. Cheers. So, I guess my solar guy came over and thought he fixed my solar. I don't know. I still have to fucking flip it every morning and every night. Or I start getting charged from the grid. In the same car. Psh, unreal. Nobody smokes last of cheetah piss unreal anymore, pal. Psh. Unreal. What is this? Psh. Unreal. That's what it is. It's unreal. I went for 2 hikes today, man, on the mountain. What do you guys think about that? The white. Trendy the white. White hairs only. Only white hairs. I think it's too hot. Fuck David Pakman. I was wondering what you were doing. I'm pulling out my white hairs. I'm trendy nay the white. Here, with my white hairs. I take all my dark hairs, I put them back here. That's what I do. I take all the white hairs. I definitely have 962. Definitely have 900. Not 900. I definitely have 137. Definitely 137 white hairs. 137 white hairs. Some of them are shorter, some of them are longer. 137 over here. I definitely got 216 white hairs over here. Definitely counted them. I got 216. There's 16 white hairs. Beard's got 976. 976 hairs in the beard. Don't do it. My master kung fu, the best kung fu of all kung fu. Your master kung fu suck. I beat you in the kung fu master ring every time because my master kung fu, the best master kung fu. The special. Nobody kung fu as good as my kung fu. My master kung fu make my kung fu the best kung fu. That'd be funny if I intentionally offset my audio to do that. They do a Bernie accent. Oh, excuse me? We're very good here. I've been on this island for a long time. I got dropped off here. They forgot about me. And now I'm sitting here. I got me some oysters here I found over here on the beach. I'm going to have me a little barbecue like I've been doing every night. It's okay. I'm going to have some more seagull. I got some seagull. I've been eating that. It's good. I'm getting around here. Don't worry about me. You just worry about what you got. Hopefully you get some Medicare for all. I've been telling you want your Medicare for all. Sorry I quit on you. I just realized, hey man, I know Jewish music. You know what? I was in the kitchen. I was doing something, I was cleaning or something. And that song, Wait. Why the fuck do we know that song? We all know that song. And why is it programmed into all of our heads? Think about it. I don't want that information in here. And yet, the whole fucking song is in there, and it's in your head too, isn't it? I'm not some sort of savant, some musical genius. That's right, Mr. Johnson. From the circus. It's the circus song. And we've all been to the circus. And we've all heard the circus song, haven't we? And for some reason, if somebody was holding a gun to your head and said, hum the circus song right now, you would fucking be able to do it. It might suck, and it might not be as recognizable as mine, but you'd be able to do it. You'd be like, after every circus I've worked for, right? Right, Billy? Bro, that song is we are all indoctrinated, and I wish we had the ability to delete things out of our brain to make room for more stuff. And if there was a way to do that, I may have just discovered the key to Alzheimer's. That might be the key to memory, to letting someone keep their memory, is deleting shit like that they don't need. You know? How do you fucking delete it? Get rid of it. Whoosh. Vanish. Hypnotism. You got to hypnotize it out of there. You got to hypnotize it out. You will no longer remember the circus song. You will no longer remember the circus song so that your brain will make room for more stuff. You will no longer remember. Deep Thoughts with Trendy Nay at naysgarden.com. What are you trying to say, Tony Rio? Lifting adult moods, making them more likely to buy souvenirs. You know how many songs we have in our brain that we don't need? You know every note to this. Gun to your head. You could do it too. You know why you can remember that song so well? Because every phrase is repeated. Bum 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 and the counterpart's going bum 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 bum, and the other part's going ba na 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 ba na 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 bum 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 ba bum 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 ba bum 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 ba bum 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 ba. It's a free slide. Bum 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 bum. How do we know that shit? That's fucking bullshit in our heads that we do not need. And how do we delete it? Show me the fucking delete button. Trust me, I didn't need to do that just now. Said hip hop, a hibbit to the hibbit, a hip hip hop, and you don't stop a rockin' to the bang bang boogie, up jump the boogie to the boogie of the boogie to beat. Now what you hear is not a test. I'm rapping to the beat, and me, the groove, and my friends are gonna try to move your feet. You see, I am Wonder Mike, and I'd like to say hello. I said a rock to the white, the red, and the brown, the purple, and yellow. But first, I got a bang bang, a boogie to the boogie, said up jump the boogie to the bang bang boogie. How the fuck do I know that? I know it all. Stop, because I can't remember what the fuck I just said literally 10 seconds ago. And yet I can recite all of that? How does memory work, man? I want to learn about that. We should get like a memory expert on here. Somebody who studies that. Somebody understands what Alzheimer's is exactly. Maybe talks about cannabis in relation to it. Erica's like, sing it. Where's Chuckles at? You're jamming out? Oh, look at the wind blowing in the trees. The trees. Yeah, because I mean that's definitely relatable, right? Cannabis, and they actually say that they're studying cannabis with Alzheimer's as a solution, because cannabis does have something to do with the memory, and they don't exactly understand it, but I can remember. I think about being a child. I can remember visual instances in my life. Like I can remember what it looked like when I rode on the motorcycle with my father. I can remember riding, driving a RV with my friend Rob down the road with Chuckles in the passenger seat. I can remember that I can see it like a movie in my brain when I think about it. I've got these memories. I know they're there. It's amazing. And yet sometimes someone will be like, "Hey, do you remember that time?" And I'll be like, "No, I don't remember that at all." And they'll be like, "Oh yeah, we did this or you said that," and I'll just be like, "Oh my goodness, that's crazy. I hope you have it on video so I can watch it. Refresh my failed hard drive of a memory." The shortest ones are probably the alien overlords coming in at probably now they're probably close to 11 feet. I haven't looked at them. I haven't looked at the tops. The tallest ones are the Jack Harrers probably. I'm guessing they're probably at 13 or 14 feet. I'm assuming. I don't know. Maybe 12 feet. Maybe 12 feet. I would need to measure them to find out. If I was out there standing next to those plants, though, man, I'd be way down there. I mean, if I was to show you the ground right now, it would be you wouldn't be able to see the tops of the plants at all in the camera. All the tops are out of camera view. It's beautiful in there. You guys want to look in there? A little relaxing view. Look at those tops. I don't want to be in the way. Here we go. Here we go. Wow. 1 minute till top of the hour. So I put this video up on YouTube. Oh, I'm supposed to give you guys the link to it, and I never did. Holy shit. Oh my goodness gracious, I totally forgot. How do I get... It says feature. I don't want the feature link. Really, it makes it more complicated. There we go. Here's the link, guys. Please share that everywhere, man. It's got 8 views.
I want to talk today about...
It's got 8 views. So share that everywhere, man. Whoa, but Jimmy Dore is live right now? It's a big club and we ain't in it. 9,000 people watching Jimmy Dore live right now. Somebody just tipped him.
They held firm on the...
Someone just tipped him $100.
Less bad unemployment, and what we got was a 30% reduction of even that. So that's where we are. Someone was saying to Lee J. Carter, will you just give up and admit you were wrong? You said Democrats failed because of compromise. But the reason Trump did the EO was because unemployment, was that unemployment? Oh, what is EO? I'm going to guess it's employment.
EO.
Employment opportunity?
I don't know, but I'm going to think unemployment insurance. I don't know why it's, I don't know what that means, but I'm sure it means something. Trump did the EO was because Democrats, executive orders.
That's it.
Trump did the executive orders because Dems were holding strong on the $600. So he says, dummy, that's their pre-compromise position. They're supposed to hold out for $2,000 a month UBI. They've already compromised down to $600. And by the way, now they're willing to compromise on the $600. So they're not holding firm. Did you see Steny Hoyer? $600 in weekly unemployment benefits, saying the party's position is not $600 or bust. Okay. Where the campaigns are supposed to compete with each other to offer people things that make their lives better. Joe Biden is not participating in that. The Democrats and Joe Biden, well, the congressional Democrats completely compromising at every turn. We're not getting anything on the rent, eviction, nothing. They're not getting money for state.
I'm watching Jimmy. You can watch me watch Jimmy.
So the reason why you're not going to get anything is because when they passed the CARES Act, that's when the Democrats had all their power. Because everybody in Congress, all the rich people in the country, the oligarchs, wanted their $5 trillion. And so the Democrats could have said, okay, we'll give it to you.
Gotta
give everybody.
Maybe I gotta close the garden down.
And they didn't. You know why? Because the Democrats don't want to give everybody a UBI. That's why it's so easy for Trump to make a dent like this, even with the bullshit, mostly bullshit proposal like that. It's easy for him to get left. And this is maybe just the start. Can you imagine if Trump says, hey, I'm going to legalize marijuana?
He's called it marijuana. Oh, Jimmy, no.
Then we're going to release everybody in prison for marijuana.
Jimmy, no.
And then he said, and we're
You
going
hurt.
to do a UBI.
You hurt me. You hurt me
And
so
then he said,
bad.
hey, by the way, we're going to expand Medicare to include everybody during this crisis. All he needs to do, I think, is one of those things. And he could beat Joe Biden. So he's starting to flirt with shit to do. That's what this is. Trump is starting to flirt with shit to do to get back in this race that he's been down from a guy who can't even read a statement. And so some people are saying Biden peaked too early. So we'll see. Joe Biden literally can't talk. He's demented.
The audio and video are getting off.
And
And
everyone
everyone's-
said he peaked.
Well, he peaked in the polls.
He peaked in the polls. He peaked in the
Joe
polls.
Biden is demented.
He peaked in the polls. I love that.
He has
It's so
early
fucking
onset
funny.
dementia. It's sad to see,
True, true.
but it's also super insulting, and it's angering because it's the establishment bullshitting you from.
Let's take it up to 360p so we get some sort of a little bit more clarity.
Campaign,
There we go.
the media.
There we go.
The news media,
Come on, 360. You can do it.
this is that Trump can almost eat.
Oh, I've
easily
got
outleft
some
Joe
software I
Biden this
can
season.
close.
So we'll see. I hope.
I'm closing some software. Give me a second.
You're going to veto health care for people if it passes the Congress.
They asked him that.
Yes. Do you still? He said yes. He still would keep. He's just a different problem, Joe Biden. And the bigger problem is you're going to have to fight the Democrats and the Republicans to get Joe Biden to do something. Okay, good luck with the election.
Huh.
Okay. All right, go to Steph. Let's take some questions, and I'll get the other.
Hello. All right, I'm going to go back to Fitz again before we left. Fitz, teachers have allowed an entire society to be falsely propped up. We have raised generation after generation while mom and dad work to feed the consumer addictions. This while wages are stagnant. Emperor Palpatine, Biden is so pathetic. Oh, isn't he? That's the best the Dems came up with. They had 4 years to come up with somebody, and they came up with Biden. And Biden still hasn't made an announcement of who his VP is going to be. Is it going to be Susan Rice or is it going to be Kamala Harris?
No law regarding cannabis.
All right. Peter, Biden is so pathetic, Emperor. Dems are terrified and Kanye will take votes from him. Aw. Peter Meteor, I agree with the global witness. Derek is the truth speaker to having Jimmy on his show and would bring truth to many people. Thank you for the rec. Sparky, how's it going, Spark? Most Americans didn't go to high school until FDR mandated it.
I'd like to have a splash of
Young
coffee.
adults
I'm gonna
busy
get me a
leaving
splash.
Jobs for parents, teenagers.
splash.
Wasn't a term yet. That is so interesting, Sparky.
Sparky. There's the dog.
And
You get it all. You get the dog. You get me getting home.
yeah, you know, there is indoctrination that happens in the schools in society. I still think the model is a precious model to build on.
I had some already. I
And I think the tragedy of education
My
has been
bad.
where they've taken the hands-on learning, they've taken auto shop, wood shop, drafting,
Auto shop,
those
wood shop.
courses, even the home ec courses, they've taken those away from the curriculum. And
Job shop.
Not everybody is going to thrive in a higher
Shop
level
shop.
education in junior
Shop.
college, university.
In the
Not
name of
everybody's
love,
I'll tell you right now,
before
you
you
know,
break my heart,
I still
shop.
need an electrician. I still need somebody who's going to
In
work on my
the
car.
name
I still
of
need somebody who
love.
would be able to do landscaping or gardening or roofing, construction. I still need people to do that. And what school can provide are, sometimes in school, that's the last time you're ever going to read a novel. Sometimes, just exposing people to literature and art and music and drama. That's sometimes the last time that they're going to be exposed to that. And what a shame to not expose a society to the arts. And, I think...
They got
how about the art classes? I was just thinking of
10,000
one
viewers
of the,
right now.
Teachers at the high school that I taught at, and he had this great ceramics program, just terrific, And
We're giving
that
them
really,
20 more
kids that were
viewers.
otherwise disconnected in high school, or just from, that was a real place for them that they could find solace, like all the arts programs are. So, what are our kids supposed to be doing all day long? To not be able to be stretched intellectually, and I don't really think 30 kids in a classroom is ideal. I don't even think 25 kids is ideal. I think 20 kids per teacher is that might be an elementary school, and I think 20 kids per teacher is effective, and we could make a difference, and we could be engaging. But any more than that, I think that's
I love that she talks more now.
and I don't think it's healthy to be online all the time. Let me go back to the questions online. All right, fan of fanfics. 2020 can basically be summed up as why you're a moron if you don't follow politics. My ex hates following politics. She's a teacher. Oh my God, that's hilarious. I can't believe my friends who teach history, who aren't in a union, or the math teachers that weren't supportive of the union, the union that secured their working conditions, that provided health care when, if you went and asked the superintendent, could I please have health care, it'd be easy to say no to one person. Oh, that's so interesting. Back to my glasses. Yeah, I can, it was so interesting. I have those conversations too. No, this is from Michael Williams. You know what? Let me save this one, Michael, for when Jimmy comes in, see if he has any comments about this. I did read this earlier today.
What an honor.
On the live chat, somebody mentioned Cenk and the DNC not getting access to a press pass. That seems ridiculous.
Right.
That seems ridiculous.
That is
seems
ridiculous.
pretty ridiculous.
Especially when they've got millions of people watching them.
Not to break. Hold on.
It's
Not
wrong.
to break, but
no matter what you think of Cenk and TYT, they deserve access to politics.
Was the most progressive platform his election. Kanye 2020. Country, justice, education, environment, and more. Interesting. Fitz, you're back, Fitz. We should strike until the federal government starts investing in education. Teachers have to get in the streets like Black Lives Matter. Why are we begging for resources? Infinite funds for war, but not for kids. We can send the kids to war. We just can't give them...
I know, she's great, right, Mr. Johnson?
Challenge them and give them
I didn't think you wanted to watch this.
That's where education is failing, real life skills. Irish Manic Hispanic. If Trump keeps the USA out of any further wars, is that reason enough to vote for him? I don't know. Can I sit with I don't know right now? I'm going to sit with I don't know. Alex Arvenitis, working late in the gastroenterology lab today. Oh, how's that going? I didn't know the shit sample I'd be processing. What? Oh, just kidding. Greetings from Pennsylvania. Hey, Boma 803, Bomag. Nancy Pelosi has done zero for the American people. I have missed you too. Oh man. We needed a little break. Oh my God, we needed a little break. We were forced to do this today. I feel forced. I'm being held captive to do this. But I love it. Oh, this is from Zavi. Zavi, you were a sweetheart. Congratulations on your new place. That's pretty exciting. My art teacher saved my life. Right? Art teachers, right? Art. Oh. I wouldn't have survived high school without her teaching. She's a huge reason to why I'm in school for art therapy. Art therapy is beautiful. Sparky, not college education, it's college indoctrination. You know, Steve Jobs, what's the story that Steve Jobs dropped out of college and just continued to attend classes? How are you going to know at 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 what you want to pursue as your first life choice? I think I just find that education, so if you're a kid right now and you're really connected to science, right? Maybe we should be fully teaching kids all day long science, maybe that kid, if that kid is really intrigued with science and math and those courses, that could be,
Can you guys hear her okay?
maybe we need to teach high school like college. You do it for 3 days a week. You show up 3 days a week and you do, I don't know, online. I personally would not, I wouldn't enjoy teaching right now. My God, no way. So Ross Monroe, hi Ross, how's it going? I was actually just wondering about Tulsi. Does Jimmy still keep in contact or still disappointed
Good
in her
question.
after her last appearance
Good
with
question.
Biden?
Good question.
In contact. Got a nice card from her parents. That was really sweet. And the other day, they had an exchange, which is really, that's interesting.
An exchange.
And of course, we all want to know, what do you think? What do you think? How are you going to help the country? Is Jimmy willing to have to talk with Caleb Maupin? Rocks a fever, of course. We're just really, we have a long list of guests right now. We have a long list. And I also, we have our friends that return to the show. I think Max Blumenthal, if he's available tomorrow, might be returning to the show. What's he going to talk about? I love Max. Kyle Knitter. Oh, wait a minute. Irish Manic Hispanic. You're adorable. Irish Manic Hispanic. You are so right. Facebook and Google should be utilities, just like Ma Bell. Won't vote for Biden, even with a gun to my head. Hopefully there will be no gun to your head. But really, who's going to say, oh my God, I can't wait to vote for Joe Biden. When I think about Joe Biden, I just think about all the wonderful things he hasn't ever done for me.
I get a tingly feeling on the outside of my ass.
Okay, I think can we throw to you, Nugent? All right.
Okay. Oh. I hear, Politics. Pete Buttigieg.
Buttigieg.
Hey, so you want to know what's happening? Want to know what's going on in the world? Things aren't going great in the United States. Nothing compares. Unemployment filings top 1 million for the 20th straight week. The unprecedented streak of jobless claims has shattered all previous records. Worst economy ever in the history of forever. Anybody being alive? The coming eviction crisis. It's hard to pay the bills on nothing. If the federal government repeats the mistakes of the last recession, millions of Americans will lose their apartments and homes. There's an eviction crisis coming. 1 million unemployments for 20th straight week. Unprecedented. President Trump says he's going to ban TikTok. That's what they're working on right now. I'm not shitting. Here's Chuck Schumer. Chuck Schumer took time out. Now remember what the world we're living in. They have no answers for any of this. Chuck Schumer, Donald Trump, they have no answers for this. This is what they're working on. Here's Chuck Schumer. Ready?
I have been very opposed to TikTok. I was one of the first to expose the Chinese links. And I have urged that TikTok be closed down in America. There's a new proposal. Mnuchin and Meadows brought it up yesterday to have Microsoft take it over. There are some questions that have to be answered. How will the data be stored and secured? Will the Chinese have links into TikTok? So before I would be for such a merger, I'd have to get some answers to these questions.
I like what Ryan Knight says. Chuck Schumer fighting harder to ban TikTok than he has ever fought for Medicare for all or the working class. I like this one here. This is from Taylor Swift is Evelyn Hugo. I don't know what that means. Trump calls to ban TikTok. What an idiot. Next day, Schumer calls for ban on TikTok. Trump announces Space Force. What an idiot. Next day, Pelosi funds the Space Force. Trump build a wall. What a racist. Next day, Pelosi gives Trump billions for his wall.
Mm-hmm. Nice work, Taylor Swift, as Evelyn Hugo. Wow.
Here we got more. Ken Klippenstein found this. He says Chuck Schumer's on fire this week. This is from the same week. Ready? First one. The first one is, this is from, it says Chuck Schumer wants to ban on flavored e-cigarettes that appeal to kids. Now, in fairness, that's from 2015.
Yeah, just be fair.
Chuck Schumer wants to ban on flavored e-cigarettes that appeal to kids because he cares about kids and their health. Chuck Schumer, if we don't open up the schools, you're going to hurt the economy significantly. Look, it's Louis Gohmert. Look, it's Herman Cain. Oh no, that's the Democratic leader. Look, it's Steve Mnuchin. Oh my God, it's Tom Cotton. Oh no, that's the Democratic leader. Hey, if some kids die, some old people gotta die, some people gotta die, some people gotta die. What about our economy?
Which is interesting, Jimmy. In the meantime, members of Congress, I understand, can stay home if they have an underlying condition, and they can go ahead and use the internet to process their voting when necessary. Doesn't that hurt the economy big time?
I guess not. So that's if you want to know what Chuck Schumer's working on, that's what he's working on. A ban on TikTok. You want to know what's wrong with the Democrats? There it is.
But the fucking waterfall hasn't popped off in.
Trump's an idiot, and they fund everything he wants. This is what I've been saying this whole year, since Nancy Pelosi ripped up his speech, as she funded his border wall, as they helped fast track his judges, do their laws, they gave him $132 billion extra for a freaking military.
You order those? What's that?
So there you go. There's your Chucky the Shoe fighting harder to ban TikTok than he's ever fought for Medicare for all the working class.
Stay here, buddy.
Fucking, this is your game. This is.
After you left yesterday,
We need what's happening in Beirut. I think the whole government's going to step down pretty soon. I don't know. I saw a headline that said that, but they are protesting. They are trying to get inside. There's some serious protesting happening in Beirut right now, and so people have already resigned. I think the information minister of Beirut has already resigned. A couple of people have already resigned, and they're calling for the whole goddamn government to resign. They seem to be Beirut seems to be governed by the same people who are governing the United States right now. Rapacious oligarchs who are raping and pillaging their own country and while screwing over their citizens. We're a failed state. I've been saying it. The United States is a failed state. We can't even give basic services to our people. Before this crisis, 40-some thousand people a year died because of lack of health care. 40,000 a year died because of health care in the richest country in the world, because of lack of health care. That's before. 80% of workers live paycheck to paycheck. 80 million Americans underinsured or no insurance. 80 million. 80% of workers live paycheck to paycheck. You call that a failed state. But our prisons are full. Our prisons are full. We got plenty of money for prisons, plenty of money for war, plenty of money for Wall Street bailouts, plenty of money for bailouts for Ruth Chris and United Airlines. You know where there's not any help for you and your mortgage relief. There's no help for your rent relief. There's no help. There's no UBI coming. Okie dokie.
So, Jimmy, you mentioned Lebanon, and it says on Monday, Prime Minister Hassan Diab quit alongside with his cabinet.
In his cabinet. There you go. There you go.
And saying the blast was the result of endemic corruption in Lebanon.
Endemic corruption.
And this
like in the United States. Like
and
we have endemic. You know why you don't have health care? Because of endemic corruption. And what does that endemic corruption look like? It looks like Joe Biden promising not to give you health care in the middle of a pandemic and members of the squad joining on to his health care plan and saying, good job. That's corruption. Endemic. Endemic? Is that the word?
Endemic.
Endemic? E. Endemic. Yeah, endemic. See, I knew it wasn't right. Okay. All right.
Jimmy, you
What?
have another story?
Let me look through
Go
it.
ahead and look through it, and I can go back. I just want to ask you one question before you look.
Sure.
So people want to know, Michael Williams at 437. See, Michael, I knew I was going to say that. The DNC denied TYT press credentials to their convention.
Did you see that?
And the question is, do you think Cenk has finally learned his lesson about voting blue no matter who? Or no matter what?
So do I think I saw it because I'm still a sustaining member of TYT, so I get their emails. And I saw that email that said the Democratic Party has denied them press credentials for the convention.
Who do you have to blow to get a press credential at the DNC?
And you know, I don't know what they expected. I don't know what people expect of the Democratic Party. This idea that somehow you're changing the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party changes you. Look how it's already changed the squad. And Cenk already had to speak out against AOC, not endorsing other progressives that are running. People who are just like her. Democratic Party already changed her. One election cycle changed AOC. Changed. She is Nancy Pelosi's supporter. AOC is not ever going to cross Nancy Pelosi. So I was, I don't know, amused by it. I was amused by it. It's nothing new.
I actually
I've
thought it
been
was a joke.
Did you?
Yeah, I'm like, oh, this has to be a joke. They're denying TYT. Okay, what's the
catch?
joke? Yeah,
What's the joke?
yeah.
Right. There's nothing that could put an exclamation point on my argument louder than that. Is there anything that could put an exclamation point on my argument that you have to stop supporting Democrats? The only way to get to change anything politically for the left is to stop voting for Democrats. They're going to keep voting for Democrats. Do I think that's going to stop them? No. They're going to say vote Democrat harder. What we need to do is vote Democrat harder. And eventually we'll change the Democratic Party. When now who's being naive, Kay?
Eric says, what do we want? No fundamental change. When do we want it? Forever.
Forever. So, yes. Oh, I should have did a story on that. That's kind of an interesting story. And I wouldn't have known about that except I got a promotion email from the Old Turks. That's how I found out about it. Let me see. Let me read it. Can I find it?
Yes, you can find it. And let's come to me right now. Kyle, you went back. Kyle, this is so interesting.
Here
Actually, you're back, Jimmy? You ready?
Here it is. Dear Professor Weed. That's my handle.
All right. Professor Weed.
Did you hear the news? The Democratic Party has denied us press passes at this year's Democratic National Convention. It's fairly stunning for a party. You're still surprised that they're exactly the same. I used to have an acting teacher, and my acting teacher used to say this all the time. She goes, I'm constantly surprised that my father is exactly the same. I'm constantly surprised my father's exactly the same. And that's what this sounds like. It's fairly stunning You're still stunned by the bullshit? They completely cheated in 2016. Complete 100,000%. You still voted for them. It's fairly stunning for a party that claims to be inclusive to deny us media credentials just because TYT isn't 100% aligned with their interests. We're a progressive media outlet dedicated to exposing the truth about what's happening in this country. So we'll see. I don't know if that's going to change them. That would be fantastic if it did. I don't know. Hopefully, that would be fantastic. I have a lot of affection for Cenk Uygur. Meeting him was for me was a lucky break, and working with him was a big learning experience for me. I learned a lot. So I'll always have a warm spot for TYT and Cenk Uygur, and I'll always be rooting for them to come around. Hello, okay, this is okay. Haha. That's hilarious. What is it, 20 years ago? All right, let's go to the. Should I go to Steph? Take a question.
All right, let me go here. Thank you, buddy. Chuck Slotkin. Hey, Chuck, this is so interesting that you brought up the Postal Service. I have a story all queued up. It's a little heavy on just too much copy, and I want to add some other stuff later today. Oh, what do we have here? All right, here we go. New Postmaster General DeJoy is destroying the post office right now by delaying the mail. Now is the time for the Jimmy Dore Show to do the Postal Service story. Book Mark Diamondstein, APWU president, and I have a clip of him talking, and maybe I'll look at that story again, and maybe I'll be able to cover it tomorrow. But you're right. I'm a big fan of the post office. I'm a big fan of the post office, and that you can put a stamp. What are stamps now? Are they 32 cents?
39.
Are they 39? I don't know how much they are. But I have to say that I can put a stamp and you're going to get it in 2 or 3 days. That's amazing. That's magic, right? And yes, I'm not sure, General DeJoy, I've been reading stuff about General DeJoy, and they've been working since 2006 to destroy it. And by the way, FYI, in 2006, when they made them, $75 billion in the future to invest in their retirement, in their pensions, people who weren't even born yet are supposed to be covered by, weird. And by the way, they did a voice vote to fuck us out of the Postal Service so we can go private. All right, JD, back to you.
Henry Waxman, Democrat, was chair of the committee that effed over the Postal Service, I think in 2006 or 7, and made them fund their retirement for 80 years in advance or some crazy number.
Yeah,
like
and there's in the guy.
And that was designed to bankrupt the Postal Service so that private companies can come in and deliver the mail at a profit, and they would do a worse job. And how do I know that? I know that because there's lots of places that FedEx and UPS just don't deliver to.
And they need.
And they give it to the
Postal Service
the Postal Service, and they go deliver it because it's not economically feasible for them to do it.
Because of the routes.
Right. So, there's your Henry Waxman gets a complete pass for that. He's Democrat. Complete pass for that. And I think he lives over here in the San Fernando Valley, I'm pretty sure. And he's never been, as far as I know, he's never had to answer for it. So, maybe we do a guerrilla interview. We go find out where he is and put our masks on.
Outside of his house.
Honk
Come on out.
So, man, I don't know if you know, but George Carlin was not a partisan. In fact, his whole thing was he didn't participate in politics. He made fun of it. And he knew there was his joke was, again, I'm going to butcher it, but when something is a bipartisan, that means there's an extra big screwing coming your way. That's what he said. So they took this George Carlin rant, and they made it into a partisan commercial. Want to hear this? Here we go.
And we can hear it.
We got some dumbass motherfuckers floating around this country. Dumbass motherfuckers. You know? The real owners, the big wealthy business interests that control things and make all the important decisions. The politicians are put there to give you the idea that you have freedom of choice. You don't. You have no choice. You have owners. They own you. They own everything. They own all the important land. They own and control the corporations. They've long since bought and paid for the Senate, the Congress, the state houses, and city halls. They got the judges in their back pockets. And they own all the big media companies, so they control just about all of the news and information.
Now, I don't know if you see how disgusting this is, but it is. This is a partisan bullshit thing that they're launching against Trump. Do you see when they talked about the media, they only showed right-wing media as if MSNBC and CNN isn't completely corrupt? As if the New York Times and Washington Post doesn't push for every war, doesn't lie to you on the regular, didn't push an evidence-free conspiracy theory for 3 years? So I don't know if you saw this commercial, but it's pretty disgusting. I don't want to play any more of it. It's just horrible that they did this. So I don't know if you saw that, but they're, and I don't know if you know anybody who knows George Carlin, but I'm pretty sure he would be disgusted by this. George Carlin did a whole rant about how he doesn't vote, doesn't participate, this and that. Does a whole rant about bipartisan bullshit. This is...
I can't help but think that George Carlin, who's ever managing his content, I can't believe that they wouldn't have to provide permission for access to this use.
I don't know. Maybe they did. I don't know. I don't know who owns his thing and who controls it. Maybe the HBO does. Who knows? Maybe it's public. Maybe it's public domain. Right?
Get to hear. They got you by the balls. They want more for themselves and less for everybody else. But I'll tell you what they don't want. They don't want a population of citizens capable of critical thinking. They don't want well-informed, well-educated people capable of critical thinking.
So this is just a partisan to use. And so let's remember, okay, it's a big club and you ain't in it. Let's remember, that's Hillary Clinton holding Trump at his wedding, giggling, her arm around Trump. We're buddies. Bill Clinton called Trump, told him to run. They're buddies. They're golf buddies. They're wedding buddies. They're buddies. And you're a chump. So this is
Wow.
yeah, so go to
At
step for a sec.
Mar-a-Lago. Okay,
Go
so
to
this is
step.
at Mar-a-Lago. Interesting, Jimmy. That is interesting. It is one big party, and we're not invited to it, folks. We're not. That's never going to happen. And to act like George Carlin is rooting for one side of the political spectrum is unbelievable. They're all corrupt.
Okay, come back.
Back to JD.
Oh, I hate this
That's
thing.
when you had eyebrows.
I hate this thing.
Here we go.
Archive
Archives.
footage shot by NBC shows Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago with Jeffrey Epstein in 1992. That was more than a decade before Epstein's plea deal in Florida. There they are. Newly surfaced video shows Trump and Epstein at a party.
Jelena's in the background.
Oh yeah, you're right. There she is. There's Trump. There they are. There's some young ladies. Wow.
Looks like it's more women than men at this
Oh,
place.
you think? Donald Trump said in 2002, Epstein is a terrific guy. He's a lot of fun to be with. It is even said that he likes beautiful women as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side. Trump said that. Here we go. Newsweek. Bill Clinton went to Jeffrey Epstein's island with 2 young girls. Virginia Giuffre says. That's from July 30th. Bill Clinton went to Jeffrey Epstein's island with 2 young girls. What in the F? In unsealed court documents involving the dead child sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein and his alleged accomplice Ghislaine Maxwell, a woman named Virginia Giuffre, who is now publicly accused Epstein of sex trafficking, said she saw former Democratic President Bill Clinton on Epstein's island with 2 young girls from New York.
And Jimmy, I think it's pronounced Gouffre.
Gouffre? Thank you. In questioning by lawyer Jack Scarola, Virginia Gouffre was asked for any recollection of Jeffrey Epstein about former President Bill Clinton. Yes, I do, Gouffre answered. He would laugh it off. You know, I remember asking Jeffrey, what's Bill Clinton doing here on Epstein's island, kind of thing. And he laughed it off and said, well, he owes me favors. He told me a long time ago that everyone owes him favors. They're all in each other's pockets. Scarola then asked if she was ever present with Epstein and Clinton on the island. Ghislaine Maxwell, Emmy, another girl who was allegedly a regular at Epstein's house. So it was Ghislaine Maxwell, Emmy, and there were 2 young girls that I could identify. I never really knew them well anyway. It was just 2 girls from New York, Gouffre answered, and said they were all staying in Epstein's house on the island. I'm going to think that's a typo.
Mm-hmm.
The 2 young girls that I couldn't identify. I never really didn't know them well anyway. It was just 2 girls from New York. Epstein had multiple ties to Clinton, along with many other big-name celebrities, who was a repeated passenger on Epstein's private Boeing 727 plane, which was nicknamed the Lolita Express, due to the frequent delivery of underage women to the island of Little St. James. Gawker released the flight logbooks for Epstein's Gulfstream Lolita Express 727, and Clinton is listed as having taken at least 11 flights. 11! That's like 1 a month for a year when you skip Christmas. 11 flights! In one flight, Clinton allegedly flew with a softcore porn actress listed under massages in Epstein's address book. On all 11 flights, he rode with Maxwell and Epstein's former assistant, Sarah Kellen. Kellen has been accused in court filings of recruiting young girls acting as a pimp on Epstein's behalf. On multiple flights, additional women who flew with Clinton are either listed by only their first name or simply as female. This is Bill Clinton. This is Trump. This is making a mockery of your idea that there's a difference. In a statement to Newsweek on Friday, a Clinton spokesperson denied the allegation. Boing. Here we go. Exclusive: Joe Biden and Democrats unveiled details of DNC convention. You want to know what the details are? Why? What? You're shifting gears on this story, Jimmy. I thought we were talking about Trump and Epstein and being and Clinton and the Democrats being in bed with the sex trafficker and the hypocrisy of the Democrats using George Carlin to make a partisan argument. Well, the reason why is because guess what? The lineup will include former President Bill Clinton as a speaker at the DNC convention. The guy hanging out on Jeffrey Epstein's plane, on his island, 11 flight logs, is going to be speaking at the DNC convention. That'll show that Trump that he's a misogynist, sexist, won't it? Grab him by the pussy. You have to vote for Joe Biden because he's got Bill Clinton and Jeffrey Epstein's buddy speaking for him.
I don't know if you remember, Jimmy, how completely disconnected Bill Clinton was when Hillary was running. When he would be kind of stodgy, not be able to answer, was incoherent. I don't know if you remember that at all. It was evident, and he was so disconnected during the last convention. I can't imagine that he's going to be able to communicate an idea any better than Biden is. It's going to look like a very disconnected, elderly group of leaders in the Democratic Party. Capisha?
Capisha.
You want to click that X, or are you looking for
I'm
something?
looking for something. Hold on 1 second.
Stand by, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
Standing by. Stay on me, buddy, right now. Thank you.
Okay.
You ready? Back to JD.
And now you know the rest of the story. So here we are. This is what's called a. This isn't a banana republic, but what would you call this? It's just complete corruption.
Failed state.
A failed state. Just complete corruption. Jesus. How much you think her jewelry's worth that she's wearing? How about hers? I was gonna say Bill Clinton's suit's about fucking 10 grand. I'm gonna say the jewelry, this hair is probably 50 grand. I don't know. What do you think this dress is worth? Now, does Trump rent that tuxedo, you think, or is he buying it? Look at all the jewelry on her wrists, even.
It's a special day, Jimmy.
It's a special day.
It's such a great candid shot.
Such a
of the
great
leaders
shot.
of our country.
Yeah.
It's neat that they get along.
Okay, so there you have it.
One of our chatters, one of the chatters wanted you to know that Ghislaine Maxwell boasted about performing sex act on George Clooney this week. I don't know if you know that, Jimmy, and they were hoping maybe Mike McCrae might regale us with that information. That is, Ghislaine. A mayor survived the Iowa derecho today. Anyone else think meteorologists just make up new words to confuse disasters? No power. Thank you, solar charger. Jake M, I both hate and agree with a lot of things you say. It's complicated, right, amigo? What's this? Goody Weaver, where's Dylan Radican? Need him. We don't know where he is. He'll have to surface maybe next week. Kyle Knitter, read. Hey, this is interesting, Kyle, that you sent this, because I am intrigued that you mentioned read Weapons of Mass Destruction by James Taylor Gatto if you're interested in learning about the origins of the American educational system. Remember, there was another one earlier. Wasn't it like the Prussian? Let's see what that was. I thought I saw that earlier. Did I skip it? I don't think so. College's indoctrination. I hear you on that one. Okay, let's go scrolling. Jake, thank you. Kyle, thank you. Goody Weaver, I hear you on that one, Goody. Hey, Kate, you look great and you have a young face and are in good company. Thomas Frank is totally great. Can you invite him on the show again? He has yes, we do have his book, and we're big fans of Thomas Frank. Really, and did you catch him? I bet you saw him on Useful Idiots with Katie and Matt, right? Right? He's terrific. I feel like every time Jimmy has interviewed Thomas Frank that we really know him. Like he has like just you ever meet people and you're like, oh, there's a connection. I don't know if it's because they remind you of somebody else, but Thomas, he's so warm, so likable. Can you help organize funding for Jesse and his healthcare, and can you get Tulsi back on the show? That's from Pascal Loria. Hey, Pascal, we do what we can. And we have reached out to Tulsi, and we do what we can for the Jesse Ventura movement. We do the best we can, and thank you for that request. Emberg 33, as of July, Jesse's wife's health, not a factor. Well, we hope and continue. Big Hacker, Invermicid, Zinc, Doxycycline, COVID-19 cure. Again, it's ivermectin, zinc, doxycycline is COVID-19 cure. That is so interesting. Really? I'm copying this down. How's everybody doing? Are you being nice to your neighbor? It's really hard sometimes, right? Right? Our neighbor, so there's this young kid that lives across the street, and there's probably about, let's see what we have. I think he is in college, so he's a young kid. He's in college. He's a young kid in college, and I don't know if he needs a new muffler, but I'm at this point where I want to write a note saying, "Hey, can you fix your muffler?" His muffler makes every time he revs his car up, every car alarm goes off down the street. Come on now, come on. I'm writing your Irremescent in zinc to myself, buddy. What is that? That's crazy. Remove that email address. All right. I know. I'm sorry. I'm trying to multitask. It's not working, is it? I appreciate your honesty. I really appreciate it. All right. Here we go. Nays Garden. Nay. Love from Nays Garden. We are simulcasting you. You are hilarious, Nay. Nays Garden was terrific fun to do your show. I will be back. How about sometime in September, huh? Hey, this is from Cindy. Cindy Bakaniski. Hey, Cindy. TYT has been in the press pass for DNC convention, and I haven't seen a public comment from the network about it. Your thoughts? Well, you know what? I think Jimmy did cover that. Maybe before we read the question, but he had read the blast. So they've already talked about it in their email blast to their supporters and subscribers. Eric G. How's it going, Eric? A senator that can't meet the moment that was tailor-made to see is sad to see. Teresa, Washington, D.C. is why the eugenics program failed. All must go. Overthrow Press, so excited for the show at Flappers later this month. Yes, that's right. Hold on. Let me see if I got, so let's see if you can send. Oh, maybe I can find it. I'll find it. Oh, I can't do everything at once. Anyways, we are doing a Q&A with Jimmy at Flappers. If you go to Flappers Comedy in Burbank, and there'll be a link, and you can purchase a ticket. We're going to do a show. They asked us to participate in their comedy festival. Is it called Covity Festival? Covity Festival. And we're going to be doing a Zoom show. And that'll be next Thursday, I believe, August 20th. I know it's August 20th for sure. August 20th at 7 p.m., Flappers Comedy Club. And we're going to be doing a live stream with them in a Q&A. I'll be asking Jimmy questions, and we'll be fielding questions for that show. Hey, you're going to go that? Overthrow Press, you're going to go. I don't even know what to expect. You got your ticket already, and we're going to do the best we can. It's the first Zoom show that we've done. Yikesy. It's such a different thing, right? Maria Vargad, can the money I paid for the tickets for Thalia Hall in August for your show go to you and Jimmy and not Thalia Hall? I don't think so. You know, Thalia Hall, I thought they were going to be issuing, they're supposed to be giving you your money back. And don't worry about it, Maria Vargat. Yes, wasn't that show supposed to happen on Sunday? We were supposed to have that show Sunday in Chicago. Real big bummer. We have family in Chicago. We love seeing them. Thomas Morgan, we had home economics, shop drafting, and AP classes at my high school. And my school district and county are 70-80% Republican. Thomas, you were so lucky to have home ec, shop and drafting, and AP classes. The school that I taught at, they seemed to constantly run out the home ec teachers. They would pile kids in the home ec class and make sure that they were filled to the brim with kids that otherwise weren't engaged and didn't want to do an art class. But they kind of spread that home ec teacher thinly, and it's a great class. And I always loved it when they would cook and I'd get a snack. So bummer. Roger Meadows, must ask JD this. JD, why not use your platform to start support a petition to start a ballot initiative, pass whatever Medicare for all, PubFin of elections, public finance of elections, minimum wage raise, worker, co-ops, and public banks? Roger Meadows, those are all such valuable and really important elements. And I think right now what we're doing is we're doing what we can with our platform. And you know, everybody has some great ideas or recommendations what we could do further. But with the advent of the pandemic, and that our team is small and we work remotely, it changes how we've been working. So we use our platform to the best of our ability, and I appreciate it, Roger. Fan of fanfics. You see the
bless
Obama
America.
smugly claim that millennials don't vote because they're uneducated about great
Hey,
things
you!
Barack and the Dems have done for them.
I'm so happy to see you too.
Well, I guess he didn't connect with them. I guess he didn't have any policy that made a difference in their life. Because if you are uneducated and you don't know, uneducated, oh God. In the meantime, he has a new home. How many acres is his new home? How much did his new home cost? So it's easy to denigrate everybody as we struggle in life and try to find access to a better life and try to find shelter and food and care for our children. And this president, who we thought was somebody else, has the nerve to tell us we haven't done enough, we are not informed enough, and we should be more thankful. Sounds abusive. Skeptical Mantis. We need reparations for natives, blacks, and we need socialism. Can you interview someone about this topic? Maybe someone from African Diaspora News? Thank you for the rec. That's excellent. Thank you very much. The DNC gave us Joe Biden all of those ideas: Medicare for all, UBI, the legalization of marijuana, and the release of marijuana nonviolent offenses, and he got pushed out by the DNC they picked. Overthrow Press. Also, Steph, did you see Nancy's prayer? No. Oh my God. I'm gonna have to watch it. I'm gonna watch it after having a drink. I'm thinking, oh my God. The VFX by Art. Look up Tony Benn, Neoliberalism, 10 minutes on YouTube. I will. Writing it down just to make sure I watch it. Okay, next one. Irish Manic Hispanic. I love it. Jimmy is one lucky Irishman. His wife is fabulous. Trump legalizes weed and wins is a safe bet.
Cannabis.
And wins. Legalizing, I mean, there are two elements
Cannabis.
that could define him. One, Medicare for all would change the nation for the better. And talk about an economic stimulus. All the money we spend on our healthcare would go right back in our pockets into the economy. We know that. Healthier citizenry. So Irish Manic Hispanic, you're adorable. Thank you so much. Should I say gracias? Ryan Kirk, I saved a lot of kids' lives that day. Joe Biden, that video still kills me. Right? American Red 1917. Steph, can you please have Jimmy read Lenin's State and Revolution? It's an important Marxist text and explains how socialism is got. Thanks for your work. You got it. There's so much to read. There's so much to read. I'm reading Thomas Frank's book right now.
Me and Mark rode on the road
Andrew Dwyer, have you heard
that I
of
graded.
Jonathan Kozol? Really good book on U.S. apartheid education called Shame of a Nation. I mean, yes. I believe I've read excerpts of Shame of a Nation that was written in 2005, but it's still relevant. It's all, yes, it is relevant. I mean, if you just look at the economics of school, the little I know about education, being in education,
Easy. No.
what they did when President Bush, No Child Left Behind, ultimately meant that you would have to test more. Students would have to show that they were raising their test scores, and if you were a school district that your test scores were lowered, they took money and funding away from you. Brilliant! All right, JD, you ready?
Hey, these kids are doing really well. Let's give them more money. These kids are hurting. Let's take some money away from them. See if they get better.
Can you fix this for me?
Do more with less.
Let's apply corporate ideals to education.
I want a text, but I don't want this.
You know,
little
we'll
box.
make
I
people
want my normal
compete for
letters back.
education money.
Hit the arrow that's pointing to the
Compete
low right.
for
There you
education
go.
money.
No, I want these gone.
And I'm gonna guess the smart ones get the most.
Hit down
Yeah,
arrow on
the
the
smartest
bottom of
ones
your
get the
menu.
most money. What?
See that down arrow?
It
Hit
seems
that.
backwards
No,
for
that goes back.
education.
That won't get rid of that?
Okay. That was Barack Obama's big idea. Bring
Well,
corporate
no,
rules,
no, hold-
corporate
sorry,
values
okay.
and ideals
Type inside.
to
Press
education.
inside
With
there.
Arnie Duncan. Arnie Duncan, how many days in the classroom has Arnie Duncan spent? Zero.
Gone.
We'll figure it out.
Arnie Duncan is not an educator. Arnie Duncan is a corporate tool,
I want my regular letters.
just like Barack Obama. Okay, let's get to this story. So we told you earlier that Trump had announced, in response to the economic calamity that the government created by closing down everyone's businesses because of the coronavirus. So now they're trying to help people. They're trying to look like they're helping people. I mean, the Democrats and the Republicans. And so Trump had these executive orders, which was supposed to help with evictions. It's not. It's supposed to defer the payroll tax, which is not a help. He's also going to defer student loan payments. That is good. Or suspend them until that's great. And he's proposing $400 in unemployment benefits. Really $3, and he wants the states to pick up the extra $100. Anyway, so here, Trump and run around Congress fails to jolt stalled relief talks. This is from Bloomberg. 2 days after President Donald Trump moved to implement scaled-down coronavirus relief to prod Congress into action, Republicans and Democrats remained deadlocked over a stimulus plan and gave no indication they were ready to head back into negotiations.
Oh, this is my favorite one.
Starting off the week, the two sides exchanged blame, but no new ideas for restarting talks. Democrats said they offered to reduce their $3.5 trillion proposal by $1 trillion. Just like that. All right, we can either spend an extra trillion or not. And you suckers still think the deficit matters. You suckers still think we can't afford health care for everyone. Do you see the way they throw around $1 trillion? So we proposed 3.5 trillion, and they're willing to reduce it by $1 trillion if Republicans raise the $1 trillion plan by a similar amount and were rebuffed. Yeah, they have no leverage. The impasse over the size of the measure sets up the potential for weeks more posturing and negotiations that may not yield real progress despite record high unemployment levels.
Hey, what are you doing? You got it?
No, I'm still working on
Trump took action to divert disaster aid money to allow a temporary bump in unemployment benefits.
Get that
So he's
chat
taking
shit
money
off.
from FEMA, and he wants to funnel it into your unemployment benefits.
That motherfucker.
It says $400 a week, but really just $300 from the federal government. The extra $100 is supposed to come from the states.
Well, I got
So
an answer.
Trump took action to divert disaster aid money to allow a temporary bump in unemployment benefits to jobless Americans to as much as $400 a week, defer payroll tax collections and payments on federal student loans, as well as potential eviction protections. Potential.
it. It says QWERTY.
Well, I got an answer
Nope,
for text
there isn't-
because
there
I'm
isn't
gonna
any
wait all day
eviction
to get her
protections.
text. I gotta just type it that way. It takes
Really?
All
I got
policy
three
tools will be needed to
No,
support
we gotta
the
type,
American
type, type,
economy
type.
recovery,
I
the
know.
International Monetary Fund's executive
Or you
board
could
said in a
talk
statement
into it.
Monday, following an
It never
annual
types- it never types what
consultation
you say
with the
right.
United
Right, I
States
know.
authorities.
Because the way you talk.
All policy
You got to be
tools
really talk really clear and
will
slow.
be needed to support the American economy recover. All policy tools, meaning, healthcare for everyone. You mean debt relief for everyone. You mean a UBI for everyone. You mean a jobs program for everyone. Yeah, those are all the tools. Those things aren't coming. FYI. So they're going to be using, most of the policy tools will not be used.
Did Steph read my
And
super
America
chat, guys?
will spiral downward into being like Brazil. Even more.
Here, I'll go. That's an iPhone, right?
No, this
That's
is
what's going to
LG.
happen.
Oh, LG.
Financial markets showed little sense of angst for now, with the S&P 500 index up to record levels. They're going to do whatever it takes to make this market work. and fuck the people. And that's where we are. I love how. So weeks more posturing, and they go, because when the Democrats had their leverage, which was with the CARES Act, Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer showed their true colors, and they're anti-you, anti-worker,
I just found out how to do
anti-American
it.
people, and they're pro-corporatists, and they're pro-Trump. Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer are pro-oligarch, pro-Trump, pro-rapacious oligarchy and the
After you
raping
send
of
that,
America.
give me your phone and I'll try to fix it for you.
And they got everyone to go along with it, including Bernie Sanders in a 96-0 vote. Gave away the whole store without getting anything back.
She said,
As-
"Let's do
as
another
AOC
one."
said
Really?
it was crumbs. And they all.
Well,
signed
thank
up,
you
and
for
AOC signed
fucking
up for
telling
it.
me, man. Jesus
She
fucking
voted for it.
Christ.
She lied later, or she misled people on purpose to make them think she voted for it.
I'm glad I asked.
And she didn't. And a lot of people believed it and repeated that in the news. Even The Intercept did an article that said AOC voted no on the CARES Act. She did not. That was bullshit reporting. So when they had their chance to do something for you, to get you health care and a UBI
so we're gonna go
at the
into your
beginning
normal
of the biggest
phone
economic
settings.
calamity in our lifetimes, they
this,
didn't.
Go like this. Go to settings up
And
here.
in fact, they didn't even
Right,
challenge their own
settings,
leadership.
And now we're gonna go to
general.
Bernie Sanders didn't challenge the leadership.
Yeah,
The
general.
squad didn't challenge the leadership.
Yeah,
AOC
general,
didn't
they might
challenge
not-
the
they do have
leadership.
general.
They-
Network.
Rokana,
connected,
they
sound,
all went along with
display,
it.
Lock screen. Storage accounts, accessibility.
Accessibility be under just general.
So there's not going to be any real progress despite record high unemployment.
General
That's
be
what
under one
Bloomberg
or the
predicts.
other one.
System. Language and input.
You're not going to be able to vote your way out of this problem.
It's going to be under accessibility.
It's not coming.
Language.
I don't-
No,
I
I
don't-
just
I don't-
found it.
So right
Current
now, I've been
keyboard.
asked to help people do a get out the vote campaign,
LG keyboard.
and
There
I
it is.
said, "I'm
That's what
sorry,
we're looking
that's
for,
not
okay?
the focus of my
So
show."
it says it should.
You're
That
like,
is
"What do you
it
mean? You
should
don't wanna
be."
help get the
that's
vote
what's
out?
Weird.
For who?
And I said, "For exactly," I go, "No,
English.
I think electoral politics right now are a distraction." Nixon
That
gave us the
fixed
EPA,
Go
OSHA, the
back to
Clean
your
Water
messaging
Act, the Clean
software.
Air Act. Nixon
your
wanted to give us
desktop.
Medicare for all.
Just click
Teddy
that square.
Kennedy effed it up.
No, don't start clicking on settings, bro. Just click
I
the
didn't.
square.
I
Just click on the square at the bottom of the screen, bro. Go back to your desktop.
That doesn't take me that to me.
Yeah, it does.
So-
Where is your desktop?
That wasn't the square. That's circle.
You think Joe
Square
Biden
takes
is
me
going to be
to my
different
old shit.
in
Whatever.
any measurable
Hey,
way?
go to a
Joe
message
Biden is
now and see
still
if it fixed it.
pledging to keep you from health care. Even though the country, 9 out of 10 Democrats want it,
Dude, go to your
Overwhelmingly,
fucking
and
message.
even
Why are
if
you
it
going
passes
to
Joe
open
Biden's
your
go,
phone address?
F
Go to
you.
open a message,
I-
man.
I'm corrupt, and you got to suck it.
What are you doing? Go to your message.
And you're going to vote
Type
for
a
me,
message.
and I'm not even going to give you credentials to come cover
There
the.
you go.
I fucking fixed Mark's phone. I am awesome.
And now go fucking tell people to vote for us. And they're
He's
going
got a
to.
big smile on his face. And now you remember how to do that.
Outside
It
of
was
the
go to your
convention.
phone
They're
settings.
going to tell people to
Right?
vote
You
blue.
went in your phone settings.
They're
Remember?
doing
Go
it
to your
right
desktop.
now.
Go up to the top. Scroll down to that little cogwheel. That's how we did it. You don't remember any of it, do you?
I do.
So
Okay,
that's where we're at. That's where you're at.
And then we
Look,
clicked
look at
on.
that. Hey, well, let's go 3.5 trillion. Hey, I'll
There
drop
was
it
the
a
second
trillion.
to the last
a trillion.
option at the very bottom,
Easy.
right above Google. What it said there. I can't
Proving
remember what it was
Stephanie
called.
Kelton right every
But that's where the
day.
keyboard settings were. Hey, Bad Bad Blue Jaws, what's up,
They
son?
don't have to go raise that money. They're not going to raise that money. They're just going to print that money. They're just going to. Why? Because we have our own. We have our own currency. We print our own money, which is the reserve currency of the world. That's why we can do this forever.
So how long can the DNC survive on the fumes that they were supposed to be the party to take care of the people?
They're not really surviving. I don't know. They lost to Trump. I don't know if you call that surviving. They should have been over with. But the lack of spying by the left, again, telling you to vote blue no matter
How long did Hold on, Mark. Hold on 1 second. How long did Rogan cry for after Mark and I left, guys?
it's a new show. As far as I'm concerned. And almost all of them do tell you to vote blue.
Well, you know, once upon a time, I think what was the turn of the century that I thought MSNBC was a progressive network.
Yeah, I did too.
Right?
Yeah,
I remember
I
watching Keith Olbermann and
I
Rachel
love Keith
Maddow.
Olbermann.
I loved his rage. I loved, when he was talking and breaking down the healthcare system because of his father was going through a real serious illness.
Yeah, there were times when they did well. They did some good work. Those days are over.
Well, now that they've expanded, I think Nicole Wallace is going to get her own 2-hour show now.
Why
So
does-
that's
I
fantastic.
think they're gonna give George Bush a show pretty soon. For Christ's sake. I don't think this gives fucking Ari Fleischer a show.
The whole time we were gone?
Why doesn't MSNBC do? I should tweet that out.
Ah,
I bet you people
damn.
would believe it. Hey, new hire. MSNBC giving Carl Rove.
Hey,
a
Bad
weekend
Blue
show.
Jaws.
I bet you people would believe it.
And they tune in.
Happy 710, guys.
And they would tune in. People would tune in. Oh damn. All the blue checks in Hollywood would be like, he's our friend now. He's our friend.
He's funny.
He's funny.
He really has a great sense of humor once you get to know him.
Oh, wow. What about this one?
Stephen Colbert's show did a video making fun of the Lincoln Project, the grifters on the right who are trying to appeal to Democrats because Trump is so horrible. And they did it. It was a brilliant takedown that the Stephen Colbert show did. And I'm like, well, how can you do this and then do
He
that
lightened up
horrible
at the
shit?
end. We had to be gone for a
How
good
could you
20
do this and
minutes.
then do that horrible Russiagating bullshit? How could you do this? So it shows that they know better, and they fucking do it anyway.
Jimmy Dore's been live for 2
I
hours.
can't show you the video because it's copyrighted. I mean, maybe I could show it. I don't know. I have to check. I'm gonna have to check first. But they did a brilliant video, taking down the resistance grifters.
Cheers, Bad Blue Jaws.
Stephen Colbert did. Not him personally, his staff. But it just goes to show they all know better. And they don't give a fuck. Because they're all making millions and millions and millions of dollars. It's gotta be fun. I would love to have a job there. All that money, all that fucking fun. Celebrities and money and
Like, how can anybody?
no. I just got a text. Nancy Pelosi, I have a prayer that I say, let's pray for those who are hungry.
Yeah. So somebody in the live chat said, "Steph, have you watched Pelosi's prayer yet?" And
No.
wrote, "Wow."
Okay, I'm gonna send this to
Mark's
so
back out.
fickle.
and have him please play it for me.
I got a big one.
I think we can cover it tomorrow.
Well, if we could get it right now. it'd be
Well,
great.
I'm sure I could find it just on.
I'm gonna just ask him.
Okay.
I'm sending it to him.
All right, here we go. I'll do this right now. You want to? Here we go. Ronald. Hold on. Wait,
Go
wait,
home,
wait,
see
wait,
it.
wait, wait, wait,
What's that?
Go home.
All right.
wait. Okay.
You want
Andrew Breyer.
No.
Yes, I read that. The Shame of the Nation about books in 2000 about educational system and
I'll
still
call-
relevant today about
call you
the U.S. apartheid.
Yeah, man. I'll go to the
education
bank first thing
Shame
and
of the
take care of
Nation.
it.
Okay, take care of that.
Roger
and
said,
I'll meet up with
Hey
you before
Jimmy,
noon,
please
and we'll go down there.
interview Senator
uh,
candidate Stan
We're
Whitfield,
gonna have to arrange on how
Independent,
we want to bring that
Arizona,
up
I
there yet.
think, and Lisa
There's
Savage,
attachments
Green Party.
In that Bobcat, I must say,
What's really great is when they go to info@jimmydorcomedy.com and write interview requests or say,
Use
I'm
my
a candidate
truck.
running.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sparky, does Jimmy still talk about
fine.
Tulsi in his sleep? Jim Jam?
That's what that fucker's made for, man. It's about time I finally use it. You know?
Yes.
All right, take care, brother.
Occasionally I have to strut around the backyard in
What?
a white suit.
I don't see him, but there's a big fucking mess where you were, Pigpen.
Ronald,
I don't see him.
Donald, we black people aren't diverse. That's why Joe wants to fund prisons and police to lock us up to save us from Trump and his federal goons. Progress. Ronald, color me. Have you heard of the possible COVID treatment? Corticosteroid via nebulizer and antibiotic Blackson and zinc. All should know about and decide for themselves. That's interesting. I haven't read about that. You're the second one that's given me.
Because it's another fucking
another
rabbit hole or
combination
Steph.
of
Don't
drugs
listen to
to
them
treat
fuckers. Little
And I would
troll
imagine that
bitches.
these are as soon as you're noticing some sort of.
Have you heard about the new miracle cure? It's fucking zinc.
Grade school
It's
math was so hard,
cannabis.
traumatized.
Everyone's got a little fucking, everyone knows how to cure goddamn COVID all of a sudden.
So, Girly Gamer is talking about that vulnerability of math in school. My math teacher, when I was in 5th grade, and this math teacher, I forget her name, and what she would do is she would sit in class and she would say 3 times 3 plus 5 times 2 divided by 1. Or something like that, right? And I am not an auditory person at all. I'm like, what is she saying? Oh my God. That was so hard. It is a skill. That's definitely a skill to be able to do math in your brain, right? All that kind of stuff. But what you go on to say, a girly gamer, grade school math was so hard and traumatizing for me that I ended up sobbing in my college math class because I couldn't keep up or finish my work. Girly gamer, 86. When I was in the classroom and kids would share with me, the challenges in their classes, and for some time now, in developing our business, and I was the one that I handle the business elements of this, and since for a long time, like when we were doing comedy and everything else, and I would handle the thank you notes to people, and so I had to I'm the one that manages the accounts, and I would go to our tax.
I could listen to Jimmy and Steph forever. I really can. But I hope you guys enjoyed this show. I'm going to call this one, and I will see you guys later. I left it open. Hey, Chuckles, what's up? Chuckles. I left it open so you guys have a place to hang out, for those of you that want a place to hang out for a little while. I was done a long time ago. But you guys take care, and I will see you later on the next show. Thanks for watching. Big shouts out to Ron Placone. Please check out his channel. Get your news on with Ron over there on YouTube. And also you can follow Ronnie over there at Ron Placone on Twitter. And let him know that I sent you at Ron Placone on Twitter. He's great. He puts up funny tweets. And he just put up some funny tweets. I mean, he puts up funny tweets every day. So you guys just follow him just so you have a nice chuckle every morning. All right, you guys. Take care. Bye, y'all. I hope I do a late show too. I might.